There are 6 chord shapes that I think every guitarist should know. If you play a lot of guitar lead, then you're going to use these in your leads. If you're a chord melody player, you're going to use those in your chord melodies. So the first one is the F chord, and we're going to call it the F chord shape today. And then there's the F minor chord shape, and then we have the B chord shape, and you probably have not used this one too much. And then there's the B minor chord shapes. Sometimes we play a B minor like this. We're going to play it like this today. Then there's the D chord shape and the D minor chord shape. And I'm going to give you a bonus today because if you play a lot of blues, like think Red House by Jimi Hendrix, you're going to use the D7 chord shape. Alright, let's take a closer look at each one of those. So to use these chord shapes, you really have to know your notes up and down the 6th string and the 5th string. Alright, so go back and review those notes if you don't know them now. We're going to start with the F shape. Right there's an F note. This is going to be our reference point. If you go straight down, you can play the F chord. And let's look at the F minor while we're at it. There's an F note. There's an F minor chord. You can move these shapes around. So if you move it up to the 3rd fret, what chord would that be? Well, this is a G note. There's your G chord. There's your G note, G minor chord. Let's move this on up to the 5th fret. What would that become there? This is an A note, A chord, A note, A minor chord. Okay, let's look at B shape and B minor shape. So here's a B note right here. It's based on the 5th string, not the 6th string this time. Here's your B note. Go straight down and you play the B chord with the B shape. And you can do the same thing with the B minor. This is a B note. This is a B minor chord. Now these are movable chords, so if you move it up to, let's say, up to the 5th fret, well, this is a D note. So this is a D chord. Using the B shape, we're going to play the D chord. Here's your D note. Here's a D minor chord. Okay, now if you move this up to the 7th fret, that's an E note, E chord, or an E minor chord using the B minor shape. Now the last 3 shapes are the D, D minor, and the D7. We group these all together. They're much trickier to find on the guitar, and I'm going to give you another video that will help you find these later on. But if you move it up a whole step, well, we'll start with D. If you move the shape up a whole step, that's an E chord. Just think of the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E. And the same way with D minor, move it up a whole step, that's an E minor. And right here also is an E7, using the D7 shape. If you move it up another one, right here to the 5th fret, you've got an F chord. There's an F note right here, and there's an F note right here. There's your F chord, F minor chord, F7 chord, and we're going to do one more. If you move it up here to the 7th fret, you've got the G chord. This is definitely a good one to know. Here's your G chord. G minor chord, and G7 chord. So use these chord shapes and have fun with them.